All right, Niels, thank you so much for joining the meeting today.
Thank you so much, Bob, for having me.
Good, good. So where you are, how is everything there?
Everything is, I would say, a bit okay, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, most people are just keeping indoors, social
Uh-huh.
distancing, washing hands, sanitizing,
Uh-huh.
yeah, and keeping safe.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, good. Now, can you tell me when you attended your student visa interview?
I attended my student visa interview on the 25th of November in the
Mm-hmm.
year 2019.
Uh-huh. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. And how long did it take you to prepare for the interview? Like from the time that you got the acceptance to the time that you went for the interview? How long was that period?
It was approximately 2 months.
Uh-huh.
No, sorry, like 3 months. 2 months was
Mm-hmm.
after I got my I-20.
Uh-huh.
So it was, yeah, say 3 months from when I got my admission letter,
Uh-huh.
uh, 2 months from when I got my I-20.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. That's cool. And what time was your interview? And what time did you go to the embassy? When
So
were you
my
booked for that interview?
so my interview was early in the morning at 7:30 a.m.
Mhm. Okay.
and I went to the embassy. I actually got to the embassy at around 6:40, 6:45. That's
Mm-hmm.
when I got to the embassy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but my interview was at 7:30, so I got there like 45 minutes
Before.
earlier. Yeah, before.
Okay. So you didn't take any public transport, you used personal transport.
Yes, I did not take any public transport. Actually, it's my mom who drove me to the embassy.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Did she wait for you or she drove you and then she left?
she drove and then she left because I think it was going to be a long wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's a good thing that she had to drive off because it took me quite some time in there.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so now that you're saying that it took you some time. So how long did it take you from the time you arrived at the embassy to the time that you actually left? How long was that time?
It was almost 4 hours. That's
Oh,
them. Yeah, because I got that 6:45
uh-huh,
in as much as my interview was at 7:30, but it
uh-huh.
took me almost 4 hours because I remember I left the embassy at around 10:30. That's when I
Okay.
left the embassy. Yeah, so say 4 hours.
Wow. Okay. Now, Nils, can you walk me through the process from arrival to the time of the interview? Can you walk me through that process so that anyone who is watching this can really understand exactly how it works?
So
So you
from
arrived, then what?
so I arrived at 6:45.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that people usually can enter before it's your interview time and all that, but that wasn't the case. So I arrived at 6:45, went to the guard. The guard told me to come back like when it's 10 minutes to my interview. So that was like 7:20.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go stand on the side because there were a number of people waiting to get in. So you just see where people are standing, waiting to get into the embassy to take their interview. So once it was 7:20, I went to the first gate.
Mm-hmm.
I found the security guard there. She asked me for my I-20 and passport.
Mm-hmm.
So after she checked that, there was another gentleman who searched me. That was the first security check.
Mm-hmm.
Then from there you proceed to the second security check. So
Mm-hmm.
here they take a look at your I-20 and your passport again, and then they give you a sticker which they stuck behind my passport.
Okay.
So from there you move to the third security check. which is now the major security check. So here you get, for the gentleman, you get to remove your belt, you get to remove any electronics and put them in a tray. You remove your belt, say any type of electronic that you may have or device that you may have, watches, name them, you remove them, put them, place them in a tray, then get into another kind of room whereby pass through the metal detectors and all that. So after you pass through the metal detectors, you're given back your belt for the gentleman and your watch, but they remain with the phones. So you move so from there, you now go to the waiting bay. So the waiting bay is a huge area where you go sit and wait now for you guys to be called. So for me, it was to be 7:30, but we sat there for quite some time until say around 10-ish there. So now the lady came out. There was a lady who came out and said the 7:30 group. So you stand up and make a queue. Now you go to another security check, kind of, whereby they check your passport, your identity again, and then they take you to move now to the fingerprint taking section where they pick your fingerprints and all that, and then now you make the queue to go now face the visa officer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it's quite a process.
It's quite a process, yes.
And depending maybe with the number of people, then it can take longer. Why did you take so many hours, like 4 hours? Were there a lot of people ahead of you, or why did it take that long?
Well, I don't really know why it took that long on that particular day, but also there were people who are being called by their names. So I think those were they are special kind of visas. So it all depends maybe on those who are being interviewed, because there are those who are being called by their name, and then there are those who are being told to come in, like the 7:30 group, the 7:15 group. So I don't really know why it took that long, but I think it's because of all the security checks that you have to go through, and maybe they had a glitch with their systems. I really don't know why it took that long. I can't really explain it here.
All right, now tell me what was going through your mind during all that time. Were you tensed? Were you excited? What was going on?
Oh yes, I was tensed. I was very tensed, but I wouldn't say very much tensed, because also, I knew what to expect from the coaching that I had gone through with you in your program. So I wasn't really tensed as I would be were it not that I had gone through that training. So yes, I was tense. I had butterflies in my stomach. Actually, I remember going
which is normal.
Yeah, for any normal human being. Yeah. So I was tensed up. I was like, so what really happens? And praying. Well, you're there, you're praying, you're like, God, because you really don't know your fate. You're there waiting to know that you're going to get approved or denied. You don't really know. Yeah, so you're just there waiting, crossing your fingers, praying, trying to remember all those questions that I was expecting that we had gone through with you and all that here. And trying to read and all that, yes.
Okay. So can you please tell me like the actual questions that you asked now in the interview? Like what did they ask you?
So I think the first question was why Illinois State University? Then the second question was why this particular course? From there, they asked me who was going to fund me. Yes. Then what my family does. Then my family does. what other question was there? I think those are the major questions, but in those particular questions, they were diving more a little bit deeper. For instance, when I said that my family was funding me, so no, they would ask, so what my parents do. So what my parents do and all that. And then now they want to dive a little bit deeper again. They want to know what your siblings do, who paid school fees for your siblings. So like in that category, they were diving a little bit deeper and deeper, say if on the finances or on who's funding you. They were going a little bit deeper and deeper and deeper. And like also for the program, no, under the category of why this particular program, they really wanted to know what, like, the benefit, like why this program, why do I want to study this particular program, and why and how will it benefit, like how will it benefit, like me personally, and how I would link this program to my previous to my undergraduate degree, yes, which was economics and finance, and now I was coming to take an IT master's degree. So they really wanted to understand how these two marry together.
Okay.
And yeah, they really wanted to.
So for that kind of question, can you expound like a little bit of like how did you really answer it? Like
Okay,
why were you taking that program, like and how was it tied to your undergraduate? Can you expound a little bit about that? Like how did you answer that? Because I believe there will be a lot of people asking those kind of questions who watched this this video.
So for why this particular program?
And can you also explain? Sorry, can you also explain what program that you are coming to do, and then what you did, and how did you put all that together, please?
Okay, so I was coming to take a master's in information systems. So why this program? I said because Kenya being a developing country, most processes within the country are carried out manually, and thus they need to go pursue this program and come back and change the way things are done here in my own country, Kenya, back in my own country, Kenya. Then that was how I answered that one. And so she wanted to know what I had studied for my undergraduate. And so I said economics and finance. And then she asked me, how is economics and finance related to information systems? And so I said, I don't really remember the answer I gave right now, but I said, that seems to have.
Okay. I know it's a long time since you had the interview. That's fine. Okay, cool. And the question about the school, why Illinois State? Like, what did you tell them?
Well, I told them that number one, it was a top-ranked public university in the US. I also told them it was affordable and within my sponsor's budget range.
Yes.
Also, I told them that the course structure at the university emphasizes on both theoretical and practical training in order to enhance the skills learned in class. Those are my three answers.
Okay, cool. Now, how long did that interview last?
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah, I think 3 minutes. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to 3 minutes. I think that's how much it did last, but not more than 3 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So were there any people that you saw got denied a visa? Maybe those who are ahead of you, maybe those who are behind you. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh yes, there were a number of people who were denied. Ahead of me, I don't really remember getting to know about those who are behind me, because the moment I had congratulations, your visa has been approved, I don't remember really like my head couldn't even like left the
Like you didn't know what was
like
what was
what
behind
going
it. You
on.
just knew that you got it, and then yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't pay. I didn't pay much focus to those who are behind me, but those who were ahead me, the guy that was ahead of me got denied.
Mm-hmm.
There were LOC was ahead of me; she got accepted, and then there were some other people who were denied as well, who were ahead.
She's in our program. Okay. So the ones that were denied, were they students or maybe they were seeking other kind of visas? Do you know?
One was coming for visiting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there are those who are going for student visa as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so so they were all different types of visas, but the ones that I really know were visiting visas and student visas. Those are the ones that I'm sure about.
So what did you feel like when you saw those other students getting denied? Did it, did you start, doubting yourself maybe, or wondering, oh, they're gonna be denied, or what was going through your mind?
So at that time, I was like, you don't know your fate, but I was also I was being keen on trying to listen to the questions because you can hear what they're being asked,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to understand, to see how they're answering their questions,
and try to connect how they answered and why they were denied.
Exactly. Yeah, I was trying to connect and trying to figure out how I can better improve myself, and also seeing like LOC went ahead of me and I could hear what she was being asked, and she got approved. So I was like, oh, there's a huge difference. So there's something that they're looking for in you, how you present yourself to them, and how you articulate yourself, and how you project your voice and all that. Yeah, so so I was trying to learn from those who are getting denied, but also, saying that, oh, I really don't hope I get denied, because, you really don't know, because the moment you see people getting denied, you also get a little bit demotivated.
Yeah.
But once you see someone getting accepted, you psych goes up a little bit, and you want to try follow the footsteps in terms of how they were answering the questions and all that.
Yeah, I see. Okay, now what are some of the documents that you carried to the interview, and did they ask for any of those documents for you to provide? Can you walk us through some of those documents that you had?
So I had my passport, I had my I-20, I had my admission letter, I had my bank statements with me, I had my employer's letter, I had my siblings' birth certificates, I had my parents' documents as well, such as title deeds.
Okay.
I also had the package that was sent to me by the school, which now comprises of the letter and those other documents in it. Yeah, and no, they didn't ask for any document from me other than the I-20 and passport. Those are the only two documents which they asked me to show them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So were you prepared for visa denial? Any kind of disappointment from a denial? Were you prepared for that?
Oh yes, I was prepared for a denial as well. Because at the end of the day, the decision entirely lies on the visa officer and not me as a person. And so I had prepared for both sides. I knew, but I really was hoping to get accepted, which I was accepted, but still I knew that if I don't really get it, that doesn't mean that this is the end of life. You just have to go back home maybe prepare yourself to come back another day. Maybe, you know, in as much as it would have been painful to get a denial, you still have to know that this is not the end of life. You need to go back and still do what you used to do back home, because, you know, at the end of the day, that's home, and if you've been denied, there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know that I had been denied 4 times. So, and I think I told you guys all this. So,
Yes.
yeah, once it's not like it's the end of it, you know, so you can always try another time, just be prepared more. But I was also very confident with you guys, you know, since we had prepared you very well in our program. So,
yeah.
All right, cool, awesome. So what kind of advice would you give to those who are in the program right now? They are just about to go to the embassy to attend the student visa interview. What kind of advice would you give them? Especially coming from you, someone who has been accepted.
So my number one advice will be to listen to you and get to, you know, to take those training sessions that you normally hold with each individual seriously, and to take those small pointers that you give, you know, smile, be confident, you know, giving me strong answers. You know, you're coming hard at us, telling us that that's not as like a strong answer for me to give you a visa. So which gets you to try better yourself. You know, you know what to expect and all that. And so the advice, that would be my number one advice, to really listen to you and, you know, follow the guidance that you're giving them. Secondly, they need to be confident. Even as they're presenting themselves to the visa officer, they need to project their voice. Do not go there.
Don't go there and then you are like this. So hi, how are you? I'm going to the US to start.
Exactly. You need to project your voice. Do not mind about those who are waiting in the line. Here you're trying to speak for yourself, to speak for your future. If you want this thing talk, you try and explain whatever you have to explain to the visa officer to see that you really want this thing.
Correct.
Also, be presentable. You know, not necessarily wearing a suit and all that, but be presentable as you take yourself there. You know, look like someone who really wants to go to the US, someone who really looks like someone who's going to pursue a master's degree.
Study a master's program. I get you.
Just dressing in any clothes that you just pick up in the morning, and, you know, you really need to prepare for this as the same way you would prepare going for a job interview. The same way. Yeah,
awesome. That's really good kind of advice. Okay, awesome. So in a nutshell, what would you say about the whole visa interview experience? What would you say about all that?
Well, from right now, I'd say from the wait, okay, what I'll personally say is that it isn't hard to get the visa. You really need, provided you know what to expect and you've been guided by the right person, and you know, you have your story together. You're not jumping from one, telling this and then you're saying this other thing the next minute. You need to like stick to one story that you're giving the visa officer. And so the visa process, I think I'd say it all boils down to how prepared you are, and also you need to pray for this thing also, for God to be on your side, because at the end of the day, you really don't know. You may get there and get denied. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Was the whole experience nerve-wracking? Was it exciting? Was it?
It was nerve-wracking.
How was it to you?
It was nerve-wracking. It was.
Okay.
It was nerve-wracking because, you know, you're tensed up. You don't know the outcome. Yes, it was nerve-wracking, not exciting, but it became exciting after I got approved. So once I got approved, it was exciting, but before then, it was nerve-wracking.
So how was that feeling of approval?
I don't even remember. After I had congratulations, your visa's been approved. I don't remember. Like I don't remember anything else that visa officer told me. I didn't, like it was a happy feeling. Like I don't even remember anything else I was being told.
Mm-hmm.
You could see us like oh the moment I was walking out, I think I had such a huge smile on my face. Also,
Uh-huh.
the guard was like, "You got it." I was like, "Oh yes, I got it." I mean, maybe someone could tell that I got it because of how excited I looked. Yeah.
So where was Elsie, our other student? Where was her at that time, since she had been accepted already?
So she was outside not outside the embassy building,
Mm-hmm.
not at the waiting area. She was seated there, waiting for me to get done with my visa.
At the Bay Area, like waiting
At,
bay.
yeah, the waiting bay, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she was seated, waiting for me to get done. But so the moment I walked out, I didn't know whether she was waiting for me there or not. So I was just walking, headed towards the exit. And
Yeah.
then she comes calling me. And then that's when I look back and so, oh, so you waited for me over there. And then
Okay.
I told her some projects I approved. So it was celebration for the two of us.
Okay.
And yeah.
That's cool, awesome. All right, thank you so much, Neil. Thank you for sharing that story. It's really gonna inspire a lot of our students who are in the program. Okay, so thank you
Yeah.
so much, and have a blessed evening.
Thank you so much, Bob, for having me, and also do have a good evening.
All right, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.